Karkar, a city celebrated for its heritage houses, definitely disapprove of its waste. Wherever you go, in the overwhelming majority of parts of the city, you will see some extra rubbish. This trash, while apparently insignificant, can have and has had annihilating ramifications for individuals, the climate, and some more. We Kakarans ought to recognize this issue for what it is, a significant danger to the city and its king. Our day-to-day routines are consistently impacted by the disastrous impacts of our garbage, finding its direction in places they are not intended to be in. Legitimate garbage removal ought to be a propensity that individuals of Karkar practice consistently. To first all, the most horrendously terrible impacts of this development of trash from influencing more individuals and networks. Today, I will be discussing waste disposal, a concern in Karkar City. Because of improper rubbish disposal, Karkar City's waterways are clogged with trash. The absence of improper waste disposal prompts them back to stack up in regions populated by individuals. This makes the area hazardous to human well-being due to possibility of drawing in sickness. Close to close to human dangers, the climate is additionally harmed and gets contaminated, and the natural surroundings of creatures get harmed. Setting more stringent restrictions on the clearance of trash in areas where it is visible to the public is one way to improve the situation. Amounts of funding should be allocated to allow some sort of administrative body to oversee the cleanliness of places like streets. The current plan of garbage management and disposal has to be expanded to account for more rubbish that needs to be handled. And, then, and in the long run, the road should be removed and replaced with a more appropriate storage facility. Cleaner public spots would assist with controlling the spread of sickness, permitting individuals to carry on with better lives. The cleaning of such spaces will likewise work on individuals' overall personal satisfaction and make the city look a lot more pleasant. During seasons of wetty downpours, Karkar now and again encounters flooding from the river of Poblacion 2. Modern flood risk management and river restoration increase natural storage capacity by connecting streams and rivers to floodplains, forming meanders and other natural storage areas, and improving wetland quality and capacity, and reducing flood risk. Excess water can be stored in a timely and natural manner, enhancing values such as landscape attractiveness and biodiversity, and increasing recreational opportunities. Thus, river restoration directly contributes to climate change. Mitigation and strategies aimed at mitigating the effects of increased irregular peak flows and droughts. A conspicuous advantage would be that floods would turn out to be less severe as less garbage, which stops stopping channels. The collective effort to reduce the amount of trash on the road will be aided by reducing the amount of waste we generate, repurposing old unneeded items, and recycling needless waste into something new and useful. One of the key reasons for many current initiatives to reduce the effects of incurred trash disposal is that many people still do not do their part to assist in resolving the issue. An official from the local disaster risk reduction and management office in Karkar stated that the Poblacion 2 river never loses its garbage cleanup efforts. The garbage had nearly completely covered the river. To address this problem, the government of Karkar should move forward with projects like persuading a large number of people to make them see everyone around them following through with something they will be more disposed to follow on the off chance that there are individuals they know doing likewise. Considering that we ought to push for task initiatives that ask the local community to resolve the problems in their local networks, we may turn to activists and other like-minded people to help with the cleanup efforts and aid in spreading the word about the extensive effects of their operations. What Karkar requires now is its people cooperation bringing familiarity with the impacts and causes to additional individuals will permit us to acquaint ourselves with their ways of alleviating them through activities. More statutes and regulations can be pushed as help is set behind them. Subsidizing committed to care of the issue through gifts and volunteers will want to come and loan their guide. There will unavoidably be a type of trash issue, essentially because of how people work. So we ought to devote ourselves to tidying up our home, and we will do extraordinary help and give a superior future to ourselves and everyone around us. We must act immediately to reduce the possible long-term damage that untreated garbage might cause. Private persons, property owners, or businesses are largely responsible for waste management under the Waste Act. Municipalities are in charge of organizing the management of garbage generated in residences as well as by local administrative and service operations. Municipalities are in charge of organizing the recovery and treatment of hazardous waste generated in residences. Municipalities are responsible for recovering and treating hazardous waste from agriculture and forestry unless large volumes are involved. Cartwright is a city with a great deal more potential than it. We genuinely should tidy up our own wreck and allow there to be pride in being a Karkaranan.